Scott, what does this signal to you when it comes to kind of the conviction about what does this conviction signal about conviction as it comes to crypto, right? Does this create more clouds or does this clear up the clouds in your mind?
Potentially, it clears up the clouds a bit, but I think it's important to note that this was a case of fraud that has literally nothing to do with crypto. Bernie Madoff didn't need crypto to commit fraud and the largest Ponzi scheme in history. And there's been frauds throughout history that haven't relied on the blockchain or crypto to do it. Sam Bankman-Fried would have found a way to do this, whether it was with crypto or not. And I think that most people have really come to understand that nuance over time. I think that this definitely puts a bookend on this. Puts a close to some of the outright frauds and the contagion that we saw last year. There are still some other impending cases and potential cases that they could impact the market. But I think largely now crypto has moved on. And I think it's really important to remember that this was very much a United States focused thing. I go to conferences all around the world. I was just in Singapore a month ago and nobody's talking about FTX. Nobody's talking about SBF. It was a blip in the news cycle. He's really an American celebrity and this is an American phenomenon in a worldwide asset.
And Sam, let me get your take on that. Listen, this was a big case, big personality, made a lot of headlines. Now we have a verdict. Do you see broader implications for the crypto ecosystem, the crypto industry and market?
I do, and I think it'll be positive. So while I agree that fraud is fraud and that this fraud had nothing to do with crypto, I think that the government's investigation did have to do with crypto. The government had to use the blockchain, understand the technology, understand the way that assets were commingled, the relationships between customers and a crypto exchange. It was able to do that. It did it effectively. It prosecuted the case swiftly. It did justice. And what that means is we as a market, as market participants, should have confidence that there are cops on the street, that there is a cop on the beat that will make sure that there's market integrity, and that the bad actors will be taken care of so that there is room for the good actors, the folks who are legitimate business people taking advantage of this transformative technology to build opportunities can do that. And investors and customers should feel confident that they will have the same safety when it comes to investments in digital assets and the regulation of that space as they would in any other asset.